Okay, so so let's continue. So from now we can see that I have my server connected here. So here is the IP of my server. Yes, here is it. Yes. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna to activate. So let's see what's going on here. So here's the server right here. Okay, so let's continue to the next step. So we have already run Docker, yes, and we have already run this. Okay, okay, okay. So we have finished running this, and we have eventually connected it um to SQL Server, Studio. So I think we're gonna proceed to the step two, and that is we're gonna connect and migrate the database into our new. So what I am going to do here is that I'm going to upload the backup file here. So let me go ahead and say upload and do this, and then yes, so here's the backup file that I choose, database that I choose, and upload this. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video while this can take a bit of time. So as we can see we have our database here restored, properly here. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna create a job agent here. Okay, great. That's what we're gonna do. So now that we are connected, so this is what we're gonna create a new job here, and then let's wait for a little while. So let me name it like this, backup. Yeah, that is it. So so then here I have created yes, is the backup adventure agent. So let's try to see that job. Let's see if that works. So as you can see, that the agent is working here, and we can see successful status here. And yes, that means that everything is working correctly now. Yeah, so that's the test. So now we are on step 4, I think so, because we have already finished this backup the file. Yes, the agent enabled. Yes, we've done this, and now we did. Okay, now it lists that now we are on step 4. So we need to create at least 2 new schemas with data security as a consideration. Okay, as we learned in week 3. Okay, great. So this is what we're gonna do, and we are step 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we are still on step 4. Okay, step 4. So that's creating a new schema. So I'm going to use my UI to do so. So let me go here and come here and say, uh, oops, oh, mm, so let me open this one, security. Okay, so let me go ahead and pause that here. So I am going to create a new schema here, new schema. So let me go ahead and name the schema here. Let's see the DB schema, DOB browser. Let's see if we can browse into something here. Mm-hmm. Yes, I think so. Okay. Okay, now let's create it and see. Okay, so let's try to yeah, so here we have the skill schema here, the soul schema, And now let's try the other schema. This is the first, we created the first schema. Now we need to create a second one here. So let me do something like that and say like this. We're gonna browse it. B, do something like this. Yeah, and say okay. Okay, okay. Great, that's fine. So I am going to do the same process for um here. So change the schema here. Change the schema here with the no, not this one. Not this one. Change it to the same. Yes, that is it. So great. So there we go. There we go. hmm hmm And I will repeat the same process for the other, for the other table. So we finally have the sales schema with the order detail and the sales schema with the order detail, order header, and here we have the HR schema with the customer HR schema with the customer's address. So now I'm gonna go ahead and create two users and grant them access depending on the roles. Yeah. Well, let's move. Now I'm here with new user. New user here. So let me give this user this name and then let's confirm the password that they always keep using all the time. This is the unique password of second. Never forget. No matter all. Yes, I think that is it. Database is just this one there. So great. I think that's it. That's fine. So let's go ahead and try to create that here. Great. So yes, he has been created here. Great. So as we can see here, we gave access to this the first test user, this database that we have, this table that we have here. So with the sales schema, schema. So let's try to say that we want to do something like that. Let's see that's gonna work. Go ahead and pause the video a little bit. Okay, that works. Yeah, yeah, that works. That means that the text has run successfully. Remember that we have created two schemas, but the user doesn't have access to the other schema because this schema was attributed to that particular final test user. So let me go ahead and pause the video. So now this is what I am continuing to do, and now I will need to create a view. Okay, so let me go ahead and run that. What's this? What's this? So now here we are on step 8. So what is this step 8 now? We are on step 8. Say 8 and that you can back up. We have already done the encryption. Yes, in the Pokemon we use the database, and now that you can back up and restore the database fully recovery model. So let's see, now we have recovered a database here. We have recovered the database here, so we gave it to database before that because that's the database that we use. So let's try to see if we can refresh to see if this database is gonna help you over right here. So great. So here we have the database that the initial one, and we have the restored one here. So with all these informations inside. Yeah. So let's proceed to the 8th. So step 9. Let's read what is this. They say engage in the testing partner user body. So help classmate provide. Okay. So that means that we need to create all this. So this is what we're gonna do. Okay, we're gonna do and check. We're gonna do if that's working. Okay, so first we will need to create a user that's a body, our body here. So let's go ahead and try to do that. Yeah. So let's now try. We are on the 8. So now let's try. Nope. Let's now try and do something like that and try to reconnect on 8. Let's stay. Yeah. So let's go ahead with this. You know, let's database and see. And now password. So no, for the user, I use mm, final final file no tester 2025 exclamation mark if I remember. Yes, that is it. That is what we use for that user. And let's see. That is our final user here. So what we as you do, let's try to see the type of database that our final test user has got access to. Yeah, yes, he has access to this two database. How we have it. So let's see. Let's try to expand the restore one and also see the table that he does have access to. So let me go ahead and try to pause video. As we can see here, we see that we do not have any other and our schemas here because this final user all he has access to this to this data that we have here. Yeah, so he's able to have access here. So let me try to do something like that and see. Yes, and do something like that and see. Great, so the user has access to this data that we have here. So now let's try to move to question the 10th question here. So the question that we have been asked is that um, what strategy could you explore if the company grows and you were asked to create many database copy? What would you do? Okay, so let's try to answer this question. So. Mm, So for this question here, if I was, as the company keeps growing, in order to avoid losing of data, then basically what we gotta do here, we need to create, need to clone the original data, the original database, and also try to use, Docker, so that we can host our database online. And also we should try factors that we can consider. We should try to consider factors such as accessibility, security, and also factors such as cost, because that's very important. I think that's all for this final project. Thank you so much for watching and see you then. Bye bye.